So in this video, we're going to look at different ways that we can add a page to the website. So usually when you first log into the website, you end up in the dashboard. And as I mentioned in the previous video, you can then go to one of these menu items and add an item. So under posts, you can add posts, events, etc. So the question is, how do we add a page? Now, as you can see, when you hover over the menu item here, you get the option to select all pages or to add a page. You can click on this, or if you do click all pages or even just the menu item, you then come to this view of the dashboard. You'll see that we are in the pages section. And from here you have two options, actually three options for adding a page. You can click on the new button, the Add New button to add a page. You can also click Add New on in the sidebar. And you also have this top navigation up here where you have a new link. So you see the plus sign, and then you can go down to page and you can add a page that way as well. This is important because if you were to just look at the main homepage, when you're logged in, you also get this navigation showing that you're logged in and you have these items available at the top, including the add, the new button, and you can add a page from the front end as well. But let's look at the dashboard and how you can add a page here. We're going to add just a test page for now, just to show the basics on how to add a page. If you click on any of the options to add a page, let's click on the button for now, you're taken to uh, essentially this editor where you get the option just to add your title. So let's just say test page, and then you can add your content. This is pretty much a word processing example. If you use Word, Microsoft Word, or any type of word processing, you can just type in lorem ipsum. You can type your content here, and this is the content that shows on the page, period. You have many editing options here. You can bold, italicize, change the paragraph to a heading. There's a lot of options available. So if I select just a section here and select bold, as you can see, that actually makes it bold. There are some advanced features here. You are currently in the visual editor, but you can go into the text editor if you wanted to do some code, but more than likely you will just be in the visual editor. In the visual editor, you can press enter, start a new paragraph, enter again, and just keep adding more stuff in there. Additionally, you can do block quotes, you can align your paragraphs or your sentences. So if I click on center align there, that will center align the text. You can add links, and some of these you probably won't use. For example, insert read more tag. That's used more when you're typing blog posts. This insert user avatar. You probably won't use these other additional buttons. The most common used buttons will be these editing buttons. You can select there, make that a heading, and you can see it'll make it a bigger bit of text there. You can also do more editing here by selecting some of these items, and that strikes out your text. You can undo. So there's quite a bit here you can experiment with, see how that works. There are some further advanced options here. So if you wanted to add an accordion and any other features, these do require some additional training to use them because they add bits of code. For example, if I click Add Accordion, there you go. You see how you have this set of code here. And the section you need to edit is where it says Add Content here. My new paragraph or whatever. You can then give each accordion section a title, my custom title. And when you actually view this page, you'll see how this accordion, this page will look with this accordion. Um, you can preview this page before you publish it. So up here in the upper right-hand corner, there's a preview button. So if you click on that preview, you'll see just a preview of your page. There you are with your accordion, custom title, your new paragraph. You can click each of these and each one will open the accordion. Again, this is only preview, so you won't actually see the page published until the page has been published. So let's go ahead and close the tab. Once you've updated the content here, you have publishing options. In the publishing box here, you can save this as a draft if you want to continue working on it and publish it later. You could, if you save it as a draft, you can also schedule it to be published at a future date. For example, here you have the default is publish immediate, but if we edit that, you can select, a future date or even a past date as to when you want this to automatically be published. Let's click cancel on that. These others are just statuses on SEO, so you don't really need to worry about these two sections here. Visibility, this is a feature that's available where you can make a page private or public. You can even password protect the page. If you select it, you have to add a password in there so that whoever wants to see the page, you can then send the link to them and they need to enter a password to see that. The default is public, so we will probably keep it at public. When you're ready to publish the page, you can just click the publish button. If you're not happy with the page or no longer needed, you can click move to bin and that will delete the page. Most of the time, you will not use the page attributes. Page attributes are used for advanced, um, uh, I guess, advanced layouts on the front of the on the actual website, but this feature currently isn't really being used. If you click the drop down, you'll see all the pages and how they've been laid out, but at the moment, this isn't really being used for the layout of any of the pages. Now, if you want to display, let me go back to the preview. If we click on preview the page here. Okay, so this is what the page looks like at the moment. But if you wanted to add an image, a featured image, this block right here, let's just click, let's just add an image here. So if you click on set featured image, you can upload a new image or use an existing image. So let's say we use one of these and select set. You now have an image there. If we go back up, and let's have a look and see if this will actually add it on here. Okay, so in this case, it didn't add it. This may not be a feature that's available on pages, but it is a feature that's available on blog posts. So we will look at that when we get to the blog post. Let's click remove on that. There are some advanced features for pages, and here we have these additional block element features. So for this one, I will make an additional follow-up video to explain how this works. But in essence, you can do some create special pages here where you can add a lot of these features, but more than likely the pages that are already formatted will already have this set up and there won't be a need for this page option to be created from scratch. If you want to allow comments on pages, you can enable them here. However, I advise that you don't enable the comments because it can lead to a lot of spam on a website. For now, that's all there is to that. Let's go ahead and just click publish. Once the page has been published, you will see that, there we go, you'll get page published. And if we go back to all pages, you'll see that it has been published and it is, where is my, well, let's sort this by uh, date. Let's see, change that. There we go. So now we have the test page that's just been created. And if we click on view, you'll see the page is now available to view on the website. The URL is right there, easthillbaptist.org/test page. And if you wanted to edit the page, you can go back. Let's go back to the dashboard here. Go back to pages. And let's sort the date so we can see it from the top. Okay. So you can edit the page using these links here. Click edit or quick edit. If we click edit, it'll take you to the edit page and you can just make updates to the page itself. The other way to edit the page, if we go back again to the pages, if you are on the front, on the actual main website, not the backend dashboard, you can edit the page from here. So you'll see the edit page but link in the little navigation up here. And if we click on edit page, you can edit the page as well. Um, Now this page won't automatically show up on the main website here unless you actually link it. Okay, let's go ahead and stop there.